coaches. My name's Urban Meyer. I'm the wide receiver coach at Notre Dame. In the tape we're going to do today, we're going to take, we have Malcolm Johnson with us and Benny Gabeau. I'm going to take you through our entire route tree and give you every route, first of all against soft corner, against roll corner, cover two, jam corner, and then finally press corner. We're going to take each route and break it down fundamentally and teach you the different techniques against the different defensive back looks we're going to see during the course of a game or course of a year. Okay, we're going to start and get right into it. We're going to start with our quick passing game. We're going to have Malcolm, first of all, our quick passing game is all off of steps against the soft corner. Our stance, if you remember from first tape, will be an inside foot up sprinter stance against a soft corner and a roll corner. As he comes up in a bump and run look, come on up in a bump and run look, we're going to balance up, get our hands up ready, and get ready for the two-way go off our release, okay? So back again, let's start with our quick passing game. Our quick passing game is all timed off the three-step drop. It has to time up with the quarterback's drop, so our route is all off of steps. All right, for example, our hitch, we have our inside foot up. That's going to be a five-step hitch. Okay, on our slant, there's going to be a three-step slant. Okay, and then our fade, we're not going to do off of steps. That's off according to the coverage play. Okay, let's start off with the first and most fundamental route in our route tree is the quick hitch. Okay, Malcolm's going to get in our stance. All we're going to do here is we're going to come off 1, 2, 3 and push 1, 2, 3 and then burst 4, 5. As you hear, we start talking through these routes, there'll always be a punch and usually a burst involved in the route. Where we're trying to get, our whole objective is try to get the defensive back out of his comfort zone and not be able to just plant and drive in a normal back pedal. So everything we do with a punch and a burst, we're trying to get the defensive back to open up his hips and to get him out of there and create cushion so we can catch the ball and run with it after the catch. All right, we're going to jog through the route one time, and then I'm going to go over there and we're going to do it full speed with the ball, and I'm going to throw it to him. Okay, let's start off first of all with a hitch. Against a soft corner, all we're going to do is have a sprinter stance. We have to, through body position, body language, we want the defensive back to make him think this, the receiver to make the defensive back think this is a streak route, okay, to create cushion. So Malcolm's going to get in a sprinter stance, get his hands up and a running ready, and on a command, we're just jogging through this. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then it's going to be 4, 5 bursts. Drop your pads and make the defensive back think you're running by him, and then snap back and catch the ball. Okay, just 3, 4 speed. Hitch, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Plant, catch the ball. All right, I'm going to throw one to him. We'll come right back with the slant. All right, here we go. Hitch against soft corner. Hitch against soft corner. Set, hit. Okay, coming back. Now against bump and run. Obviously, we won't work against a roll corner because you convert that to a fade. But against bump and run, inside press, we're going to keep this on. Now, we have to get a good 6 yards, making sure the defensive back thinks we're blowing by and running a streak. Then we're going to use a throw-by technique once we get to the 6 yards. We're going to be running like this, get our eyes and all body language, making the defensive back think we're running a streak or a 9 route. Once we get to 6 yards, we're going to plant the outside foot, throw them by, and the quarterback's taught to throw this thing on time as you're making the receiver or a defensive back run and to cover the deep route. Okay, here we go against bump and run. First of all, we're going to jog through it, then I'm going to throw one to him. All right, here we go. Set, go. And turn around, throw him by. Good. Okay, now full speed one time. Once again, body language, eyes are critical against bump and run. We want this guy right here to be thinking that the ball is going deep, so he turns and reacts for the deep throw. All right, Hitch, here we go. Against bump and run, full speed. Set, go. Okay, good. All right, the third route that we use is called a slant. Okay, first of all, against a soft corner. Once again, this is all done off of time. We're going to keep our same stance. We're going to go 3 big steps. And on the third step, all we're going to do is give the appearance like we're just leaning to the outside, and we're going to slam and use weave technique to run a slant. Okay, so we have a good stance. It's going to be 1, 2, lean and punch. Get your head and shoulders, just trying to get the defensive back to lock up a little bit, kick out, and you're running a slant at a 45-degree angle, gaining separation from the defensive back, okay? Once again, 3 big steps. We don't want to take short steps. We want to gain as much ground as possible. 3 big steps to run a slant. First of all, against a soft corner, okay? Just soft, 3-step slant. Set, break. Okay, good. Hustling back. Now we'll go a slant against a roll corner, okay? In the first tape, in the receiver fundamental tape, we talked about releases against a soft corner, or I mean against the cover 2 corner. Okay, he's in a jam technique. We're going to attack his technique. Move in here a little bit for the camera. Okay, we want to attack hard outside, or attack the stick technique release, which we talked about earlier. I'm going to attack his outside hand or attack his technique. All we're trying to do is widen the throwing lane for the quarterback in a cover 2 zone defense. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3 at his outside hand to get him to widen. If he makes collision, use your hands and get off the jam and get in there. And now you created separation between the flat defender and curl defender in a cover 2 look. All right, here we go. Slant against a 2-deep structure and a roll corner. All right, big 3 steps, and we're going to attack his technique, not quite out as far outside. All right, here we go. Big 3 steps. Slant against cover 2. Set, break. Boom, get in there. All right, that's a good look. Now we'll go slant against a bump and run. Bump and run corner inside press. Okay? The release we use, first of all, we balance up our stance, and in tape 1 we talked about releases. Now we're going to go against inside press, and we're going to use a self-fade grab and pull release. And what we're going to try to accomplish here, we're going to use a lazy release or self-fade. I got my inside foot up. As I see press, once again, I balance myself up, get my hands up so I avoid the jam with the defensive back. On the snap, I'm going to take off and get running. We're going to try to lock the defensive back up. The only way you can do that is go a good 3 steps to try to get him to cross over. So it's turn, run, run, and run. When he crosses over and you get him in this kind of position, that's what you're looking for. You're going to take the inside hand, throw him by, grab, and you're going to run your slant against the bump and run inside press defensive back. All right, here we go. Let's go first of all 3/4 speed, then we'll go 1 full speed. Inside press, man, you're running a slant, 3/4 speed. Okay, self-fade, grab and pull. Set, break. Okay, good. Next one's full speed. Make sure, Malcolm, you're running. Don't be running like this. You want the receiver. You have a tendency sometime on a lazy release, you want to run like this and keep his hand in this position. That's taken away from your momentum. You want to run like, just run. Get him going, and then slam and come underneath. Okay, self-fade, grab and pull. Against inside press, you're running a slant. Full speed. All right, here we go. Set, break. 1, 2, 3, bam. Good. Okay, the final route we're going to work on, which was a big play for us a year ago, is the fade. Fade, obviously, is a route you like mostly in the red zone or against bump and run man. It's also not bad against a soft corner where you can eat the cushion. We'll first talk about that. If a defensive back is playing way off, we're not going to run a fade. As he comes a little tighter or we get in position where they want to squat on you, we're going to attack the cushion. We're going to actually attack his inside hand, trying to lock him up to the inside, eat the cushion, and we're going to try to make almost contact, get as close enough where you can almost grab his jersey. I always tell him, get close enough so you can grab his jersey as he backpedals. This is playing a catch technique. You've got soft coverage, but you squatted about 8 yards. Okay? So as he comes pushing off the ball, I'm trying to get in his cushion. I'm going to try to grab his jersey. I'm attacking his inside hand, trying to lock him up. I'm going to give a punch, and then I'm going to grab and pull and go outside and fade to the football. Okay? A couple key coaching points on any, whether it's against bump and run or whether it's against soft man coverage or soft coverage. As I get by him, I want to close him off. I want to be in this kind of relationship and have him shut him down. I don't want to run by a guy and let him turn the other way. I don't want to have him have the ability to turn and wall me off. Okay, let's review that one more time. We call this closing off or closing out the defensive back. As you get up on him, you come around him. We're going to try to close him up and get him on our hip pocket and have the ball thrown over and fade to the ball over your outside shoulder. Okay? Here's the wrong way to do it. You don't eat the cushion and you just release outside, he turns and runs with you. Now that's got to be a perfect throw and it's almost an impossible completion rate. Okay? All right, here we go. First against the soft corner where he squats about 6-7 yards, 3/4 speed, eat the cushion, close him off, and then fade to the ball. All right, a fade against soft corner. Set, go. Okay, close him off. Okay, good. Okay, now coming back. Okay, fade against a roll corner. Okay, cover 2. Okay, we're going to use something we call a best 9 once again, or a best release. We're going to aim 4 yards outside. Okay, and we're going to read the shoulder. As he takes off to the outside, if I see a soft shoulder, I'm going to take it and the ball's going to be dropped in the hole. If I see him overreact and he gives me a hard shoulder, I'm going to slip back inside, get my width back, and catch a football. Okay, this is a fade against a 2 deep or rolled corner. The release technique we're going to use is called a best release. That means we're going to go inside or outside depending on the outside shoulder of the defensive back. If he overplays and he's firm with this hand and this shoulder, I'm going to slip inside and get my width back, okay? If I have a soft shoulder, a lazy technique where he's giving it to you, we're going to take an outside release and sit in the hole and try to catch the ball. Okay, this is a fade against cover 2. First look's going to be a soft shoulder. Our aiming point is 4 yards outside, not quite as far outside. Aiming point is 4 yards outside the defensive back. If he gives you a soft shoulder, take it. That's what we're going to do right now. All right, here we go. Cover 2, fade. Set, break. Okay, next one coming back. Okay, we're going to overplay now. Now our corner here is going to give him a hard shoulder. We're going to aim 4 yards outside, and he's going to panic. The defensive back's going to panic, cross over, and not let him outside. Malcolm's going to slip back inside and get his width back. All right, cover 2, you got to fade. Best release, you got a hard shoulder this time. Aim 4 yards outside, him, overplay, redirect, slip inside. Set, break, boom, get inside. Okay, good. Okay, that's our basic quick passing game. Next thing we'll get into is our 5-step rhythm drop passing game, which will be our outs, curls, and medium range level passes.